Dave Roberts was extended today contractually. The Dodgers, they finalized an extension with Dave Roberts. He has a new deal keeping him through 2029, which I think is great. Good for him. Puts him just above $8 million per year. It's about a $32.4 million deal over the 4 years. He's been with the Dodgers for 9 years as the skipper.
Can you believe that?
Um,
I looked at that and
no,
thought, that doesn't make sense. Because he was,
time flies when you're having fun, Brig.
yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, that is exactly what it is.
So a little bit of his resume as the manager of the Dodgers: 9 postseason appearances, 8 division titles, 5 seasons with over 100 wins. That's unfreaking real. They've had such an incredible run. 4 pennants and 2 World Series titles. One, if you don't want to count 2020, but I'm going to because everybody's playing under the same circumstances. His career record as a manager is 851 and 506. That's good enough for a 627 win percentage. Only 10 managers have won at least 3 World Series titles. Roberts would be number 11 should the Dodgers do it anytime during this period. I'm going to go ahead and say that they're not going to do it this year just because of how things have gone in baseball, and everything still has to work out perfectly. They have a bigger margin of error, but it still has to work out within that margin of error, and I'm going to say that it doesn't this year for whatever reason.
Okay.
Yeah. He currently sits in 5th place in
That's big
Baseball
talk.
Reference's winningest manager, Brig. 5th place?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Now, I will say this. When Donnie Baseball was fired as manager of the Dodgers, Dave Roberts could not have come into a cushier position
Oh,
in baseball.
isn't that? Now, winningest in terms of percentage. Let me make that clear.
Okay.
In terms
Okay.
of percentage.
I was like, that feels like that's...
Yeah.
All right.
It's in
All
terms
right.
of if you go games above 500, he's number 12 on the all-time list for games over 500.
Okay. But that's a good point, though, because eventually you get the guys who managed for 40 years, like, I don't know,
Yeah.
like Sparky Anderson managed till like the day he died. Something
Connie
like that,
Mack
right?
was 53
Connie
years.
Mack was there forever. Yeah. Like
Right.
Connie Mack, the law of averages is going to catch up to him, and he's going to have some really lean years.
So Connie Mack sits at 486 for his win percentage, negative 217 games above 500. But from 1894 to 1950, he won 3,731 games as a manager.
A lot.
Now, he lost 3,948, but
It's even more. But still, that's a lot. That's like talking about Cy Young. Like, Cy Young is the winningest pitcher of all time. Oh, wow, who has the most losses? Cy Young.
yeah.
That dude pitched every other day.
So the next guy down on the list, 35 years as a manager, and it's Tony La Russa. 35 years as a manager. He has, outside of Connie Mack, he's got 2,884 wins against 2,499 losses. That's good enough for 536 on the win percentage. 385 games above 500. Total 5,387 games managed. So other than Connie Mack, Tony La Russa sits at the top of that heap.
Wow. That's
and then,
pretty cool.
you ready for this? Sparky Anderson. So I'm just going to run down the list, okay? These are just number of wins in managerial history. And I'll contextualize this with Dave Roberts. So Tony La Russa, 2884 wins. John McGraw, like way back, right? He retired in 1932, 2763. Bobby Cox, then retired in 2010, 2504. Joe Torre, 2326. Sparky Anderson, just to give it to you, number 6 on the list, 2,194. Dusty Baker, 2,183 wins. Bruce Bochy is the next. He's the only active guy in the top 10. And he's got 2,171 wins, 498 win percentage. To then get all the way to Dave Roberts on wins, I'm going all the way to number 81 on the list.
Wow.
Yeah. Above him.
And he hasn't been managing that long compared to any of those guys.
Nope.
So,
he's got 9 years with LA. He had a little bit of time with San Diego. That's it. So then moving up the active list, AJ Hinch, number 79 on that list. Bud Black is number 49 Bob Melvin's number 24. And
It's
then back
amazing
up
that
to
Bud Black is anywhere on that list, the amount of time that he spent with the Rockies.
Yeah. 1,186 wins for Bud Black, 1,370 losses, 464 overall.
But I guess though, if you win 60 games over 10 years, that's 600 wins still. So there you go.
Every time.
Yeah.
That's how math works.
Yeah, that is mathing.
Well,
All-star mathlete, Brig, right here.
Yeah. That's why you're so valuable, because I'm like, is it? Is that how? I don't know. The kids, okay, here's a math aside, okay? The kids the other day, they were like, why can't we be homeschooled, is what they think homeschool means half a day of work that's actually, that they're welching on anyway, and then they get to be on their iPads and on the trampoline or whatever. I think that's what's going on in their heads. But they said to me...
let's be real, I know people who homeschool. That's basically what it is that they do.
Oh, yeah. No, I totally agree with you.
But they work hard in the morning, so that's...
Yeah, which is fine. And they have parents that are going to do that and hang in there. I'm not that guy. Okay, I need you gone. I got stuff. Okay, I'm really good for the time we have together and on vacations and whatever. When I can mentally prepare for a full day, I'm really good. You know what I mean? But okay, so they said to me, they were like, I was like, well, who's going to help you with your math if we did this hypothetical horrible idea? And they were like, well, you can. And I was like, nope,
not me.
Nope, you guys would be trying to teach me. They were like, you just ask Siri what the... I'm like, yeah, because you're doing addition and subtraction right now. Maybe some multiplication. It was hilarious. Okay, that's where I'm at with math.
So, funny story about school. I helped my son write a paper because he had to do this whole thing where like they had to write a paper about a historical figure and all this stuff. Yeah. And so I went through and edited. And I was like, cool. I appreciate that, he's letting me do it because I enjoy doing that. That's what I do for work, everything like that.
Yep.
So I did leave some fifth gradies in there, right? Like, I wanted to make sure it looked like a fifth grader wrote it, not like a professional writer wrote it.
Right.
And so I left some stuff in there. And out of a 10 possible points on grammar, he got grammar and spelling, he got a 5. It's like,
what?
I know he did better than that. Yeah. I know for a fact he did. I spell checked legitimately every single word in that paper, and I also went through and made sure every sentence was grammatically correct, despite the fact that it was being said by a fifth grader. It's like,
yeah.
How did he get 5 out of 10?
That's teachers.
I looked at Mel.
Humility pencil out. That's what that is.
I guess. I looked at Mel and I was like, how do you get a 5? She's like, I don't know.
I'll tell you. You don't want to hear the answer, but there's an answer, and it's the truth. It's a hard truth. But they have to show growth across the year.
We're getting to the end of the year, Brig.
Nah, man, we're halfway.
He gets
we're
out
just
in a month
over
and a half.
halfway. We're just
he gets
over
out in a month and a half.
He
gets out in a month and a half. Yeah.
Okay, we have a full 2 left.
Yeah, he's out before. He's out well before Memorial Day.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, they have to show growth, Brad. It's the only answer I have.
Well, I'll tell you what it is. His teacher is a coach, and it's a history project. So there's our answer.
Shots fired.
Yeah,
Brad just hoisted the black flag, is what he did.
Yep. Same for the stays on that Brig. That was not across the bow.
No.
Same to do some damage on that one.